What's up, guys? CyberHoudini here, and welcome to something new, something a little bit different, something I'm very excited about. We've been talking about gaming news for so long, and nearly every stream we almost stop in our tracks and we have like this full-blown conversation. So I thought, why not turn it into a show, you know, a little hour-long little show, almost like a podcast, but I thought this would be cooler to do it on the daily. Before we get into the games, let's talk about the game news. So I've decided to call it the Daily Dose of Gaming. I wanted to call it the Daily Dose of Crack, but maybe the world's not ready for that yet. Maybe. I know there's probably a dozen channels called this, but this is something a little bit different. I want to keep it condensed to like an hour if possible, and move into some games, even less, you know, because the way I time this, we may end up like, you know, it may end up basically missing some news. It's just the way it goes with time zones. But I'm excited for this. This could be fun. Yes, a daily dose of crack. Yeah, I know, right? That was one of my original things I did, but you know, it's spelled like the Irish crack, which means fun. C-R-A-I-C, means fun. Shout out to The Midnight as well. You guys know I love them, and they've been very nice enough to let streamers use their music, which is great. So we get some awesome synthwave, with absolutely no repercussion. We'll see about that though, right? We'll see. As soon as I start getting, you know, the copyright strikes, then we'll stop using it. But until that, thank you to The Midnight. Check them out. They're an awesome band. Hell yes. Alright, so yeah, let's do this. I'm so excited. Alright, as usual, these kind of things are very grassroots for me. I'm still gonna do the State of Gaming podcast. Like, I think that's still fun. If I can get a good... The idea behind the podcast is always to have a really good conversational piece, you know? Something that will take over the whole podcast and that you guys can join in on, you know? For this, I'm just gonna bring up some news stories, some web pages, anything that I find, you know, yeah, call it what you like, a show, reaction, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, it's all good. It's just something I've wanted to do. Just recently on the stream, it was the near stream, everybody started coming in and we were talking about so many games, and it just, oh, I was so happy. I felt like a kid at Christmas again. I love when that happens. Love it. So there's a lot of games coming out. Some stuff I know, like rumor-wise, other stuff I don't have a clue about. But yeah, let's go over. This week is actually a busy week, so I'm going to try and do this daily before each stream. We'll see how that goes. Even if it's just like a half an hour, I'd be happy enough with that. Oh, some sexy sax. Yeah, that was so much fun, dude, playing Shadow Warrior 2. Hell yeah. Told you, man. Told you that game is ridiculous fun. Alright, so basically I've just pulled up a whole lot of news from today. We'll see how that goes. Oh, yes. Alright. Pretty simple stuff. I mean, everything I do is, you know, homemade and it shows kind of thing, but I'm okay with that. We're gonna start off with a big topic. Hopefully, let me know if the music's too loud or too low or anything. It's always hard to get that just right, because I want to keep everything going good. Just drop it a little bit. Alright. Yeah, I want to get... It's hard to keep the desktop audio right for your guys' lovely alerts and all that. Oh yes. Yeah, we're gonna start off with a big topic today. Everybody's been waiting for news on it. It's Dying Light 2. Everybody's like, where the hell is this game? Is it dead in the water like Dead Island 2? But just recently, thankfully, Techland themselves have actually come out with some news. They're basically gonna announce some good news this week, this Wednesday, which is kind of weird. So we got Eurogamer over here reporting basically on the tweet. You know, this is what happens. It goes Twitter, then fucking all the news outlets, then back to Twitter again. It's so funny. But yeah, we got people at Dying Light over at Techland themselves saying, you know, basically we announced it too early. Like, we actually got to see a gameplay slice a long time ago, and then nothing ever since then. And that gameplay slice still looks fantastic. The whole idea behind having your, like, infection growing, and your wristband tells you, like, your health almost, and you have to keep an eye on that. That's cool. That's something that kind of grows on the first game without imposing too much annoying things. And then hopefully they can bring, like, the viscerals back, because those zombies were the best. Dying Light is, in my opinion, one of the best zombie games we've ever had. That's not capturing my cursor, is it? It's not. Okay, cool. OJJ Classic. Damn. Hello. How's it going? Cool. How you doing, man? Yeah, this is just something I've been wanting to do for a while. It's not going to interfere with a podcast. I know I don't do that very often. That was always intended like once a month or once a really good conversation piece comes up. But this, we have enough game news. And even as I talk right now, more game news is happening. As I stream, I miss so much game news. So, feck it. This is a great way of putting it all together, and we're starting off with some Dying Light news. So basically, they've said, yeah, we announced the game too early. A lot of people have said, you know, is it going to be good news or bad news on Wednesday? And they've said good news. So if I was to be a judging kind of guy and basically, you know, what's going to happen with Dying Light 2, I would say that it's probably going to move into 2022. I think as far as I heard that they had a big falling out and they basically started all over again with the development. We'll see about that. So, I don't know. I want to see it happen because Dead Island 2 is still in limbo. I still hear rumors of that coming. I'm like, Jesus Christ. At this point, like, just delay it or cancel it and be done with it. It's crazy. It's been 5 years since Dying Light. And I don't know how many years it's been since. It's been almost 10 years since Dead Island. Like, Jesus. Crazy. I hope you're all having a lovely Monday. This is just something new I wanted to kick off. I'm going to try and do it every day. Basically, you know, between like a half an hour and an hour. Whatever news. And any news we miss, we'll just cover it the next day. Have you played Days Gone? I have, OJJ. It's so good. Days Gone is one of those Sony games that not a lot of people liked because of stupid reviews. Gave it like 7.5 out of 10. I think it's way, way more up there. It's basically Sons of Anarchy meets The Last of Us. And it's really fun. They just added a 60 frames a second update to PS5. So you have no excuse to get your butt in there. It's really good. It's got Sam Witwer, who was in... I actually played it. He was in Star Wars The Force Unleashed, and he played Abomination. Oh, that's probably spoilers. Anyway. So yeah, I probably will just mainly cover gaming news, but it'll probably deviate. There might be like the odd little movie news or any kind of funny video or whatever. We'll see how it goes. It's just a bit of fun, right? Just a way of me talking about the gaming news, and it might help because I'm always like bursting with rumors and news, and I've nowhere to like fulfill that outlet. So this will do it. Yes, you should definitely get it. It might come down cheap. Are you thinking on like on PC? Yeah. Hey, DPJ.
What's up, Doc?
So what's the story, OJJ? Is this the new one? Is this still loyal? PS4, yeah, it's totally worth getting, dude. It's so much fun. Fighting the hordes feels like a World War Z moment. You just bought Assassin's Creed 3. Well done. Congrats, man. Congrats. So that's all we have on Dying Light 2. Basically, we'll hear more on Wednesday. I'll report on that on Wednesday. It'll be super fun. I'm excited. I'm holding on hope that'll happen. It's definitely, I think, still very much in limbo the way everything is going on. But my guess, 2022... yeah. Okay, so next news on Thursday, the 18th of March. Is it March? Jesus, it's March. Right after Paddy's Day, we're having the Square Enix Presents, which I don't know what's going on right now, but all the big publishers, including the big three, are doing like their little March showcase, which is really cool. Because we know we're not getting a lot of game releases. Everything's been moved to May due to COVID and them wanting to get more of the next-gen consoles out there and so on and so on. So that's cool. So now they've decided to do like... they're basically their first briefings of 2021, which is really cool. So this is Square Enix's turn. Namco Bandai still have to go as well. I always gotta have something to fidget with in my hands. It's ridiculous, but there you go. Yeah. So this is gonna be fun. We know for sure that the new Life is Strange is coming. I also know that they're working on Life is Strange 4. Now this Life is Strange, it could be Life is Strange 3, it could be... It's made by the guys who made the Before the Storm, which was a side game. Which is still very good. And I believe that the next, not this one, but the next game after this is supposed to return to Sam and Chloe. They've been wanting to do it for a while. They were just afraid to rely on it too much, you know, which is understandable. But it's nice to go back. We've had like little here and there moments about them, the little teases here and there, even in Life is Strange 2. I think they're really good games. Let's just hope they've got their stuff together after the abysmal release time frame that they had with Life is Strange 2. It took almost 15 months to get like 5 or 6 episodes out of this. Ridiculous. By the end, I just wanted it to be over, which is unfortunate because I think it's a fantastic game. If you have a chance to play it, I know it's on Game Pass and all that. Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I don't often get too nervous, but whew, I'm nervous. I love it. Super simple as always. That's the way I like to do them, and you build off of that. You know. Whew. Yeah. Okay, this feels a bit better. Whatever you want, OJJ. Whatever you want. I do still find myself almost calling you OJJ. So don't worry. Whatever you want, man. We're here for you. It doesn't matter what you're called. It's you, the person. You fucking rock, dude. You're one of the good ones. Always were and always will be. Throughout the years. I'm good now. I have 10 out of 11 Assassin's Creed games. Dude, that's amazing. Remember what I said, though? It's okay to take a break between them and play something else, because you will burn out. You will. You'll see the difference as they go. The last 3 are very different than the rest of the series. Boop. Phil saying, fuck it. Hell yes. Here's to you, fucking OJJ. Here's to you. I dropped something on the ground. It's gone. Gone forever. Okay, so yeah, we said that they would show off some Life is Strange 2. Let's see. So if you scroll down, you're gonna see they're gonna talk about Outriders, which I also have good news on Outriders as well. If anyone's interested in that, that's the new 3-person co-op game from the People Can Fly devs who made Bulletstorm. It's supposed to be very good. People have been playing the demo. It's huge. People have actually completely like data mined and just worn out the demo. One guy has 240 hours on the demo alone. But Outriders is actually coming to Game Pass. They're probably going to announce it in an official capacity on Thursday. I have it right here. Launch day. Apparently, it is actually... This is from Polygon. There's a couple of websites I use, even IGN. At the end of the day, I know they all suck, but you got to get your news somewhere. But yeah. So yeah, this April 1st, I believe, is the release date, which kind of makes me laugh, because it sounds like a big joke. But yeah, it could be a really good game. I wish the best for People Can Fly, because I think they're a great developer. They also worked on Gears of War Judgment. Not everybody's favorite Gears of War, but still a damn good game. And Bulletstorm is so much fun. So I wish them the best. And this is obviously Square Enix's, version of trying to capture that Destiny audience. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that. Alright, so that's that. I talked about... Oh yeah, Tomb Raider 25th year anniversary, or whatever it's called. I've heard that they're actually going to do a trilogy, which seems like a bit of a wrong move, in my opinion. But anyway, they're doing a trilogy of the newest Tomb Raider games. You're going to get Tomb Raider 2013, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider in a nice little package, probably for like $60. It's only coming to... Apparently, it's only coming to PS4 and Xbox One, though, which is very weird. No, like, upgrades for the next gen. What I would actually prefer is... I would actually prefer a remake. Now, I don't know if you guys saw, but I posted on my Twitter. Hey, Pyro, how's it going, dude? I know this is something I can't usually... I've been doing with the podcast and that, but I thought this is cool, We do it every day before the stream for like half an hour to an hour. Just talking about some news. We talked about Dying Light. Now we're looking at Square Enix Presents, which is happening on Thursday. Let me just bring up this... Let's see if I can do that. Open in new window. Let me see if I can do this without being a complete jackass. Come here! Alright. So this is something I posted the other day. It's basically someone has gone about and remade Tomb Raider 2. And this is what I would actually prefer them to do. I should just be able to... Alright. It's a yeah, okay. Did you ever notice like the video links on Twitter is just completely broken? So this is a remake of Tomb Raider 2, and this guy is going about basically all the fans are remaking the old games, and Square Enix are not even paying attention, but they really should be, because this looks fucking amazing. It's all done through Unreal Engine, of course, but yeah, they're doing it literally bit by bit, which is amazing. And it's not just a little showpiece or anything. He's got combat in there. He's got the puzzles. Music, it is just gorgeous. So I would kill if for Square Enix to say, hey, let us employ you. Let's take the assets you got so far. Let's build upon them. Why can't they do that? Pay the man. Tomb Raider 2 is one of those games that did not get enough love. Takes place obviously in China. You can see with the Great Wall of China there. I loved it. I love all the old school Tomb Raider games. Sorry about the quality. It's just the way it goes. Twitter compresses. So if you've got a YouTube video and you put it on Twitter, it's compressed. But yeah, fair facts to these guys. I wish this is from a different YouTuber. I wish I wrote down the name. But anyway, this is what I really want them to do. Square Enix have said they are interested in basically bringing their Origins Tomb Raider games and combining them with the old game. So maybe a crossover game or something like that. It's about time. But these all deserve a remake for sure. I'll skip forward. This is a beautiful like cave moment, but the real thing that got me was when he goes out into the middle of the Great Wall of China. It blew my freaking mind. Let's see if it can fast forward. Tomb Raider with the blocky boobs. Yeah, right. You can actually get those skins in the newer games, which is a nice callback. Definitely triangle titties. I'm telling you, there's razor sharp nips for sure. Yeah, I know there's probably 110 channels with the same name, for sure. But this is meant just as a tiny little gaming news thing before each stream. I've been bursting at the seams to try and, you know, find a way to make it easier for just to talk about games. Like there when we were playing Nier Automata there, everybody was just talking about what they were excited for and this and that. And I love that. I love that. So I want that all the time. Yeah, that's exactly what it was back then, DPG. She had literally triangle boobs. You have no idea, dude. It was like 2 triangles. Alright, I thought this would go straight to... Yeah. I should just pull up the YouTube video. I don't even know if I can do that. Let's see. This guy is playing it like he's playing the demo as if it was a game. You can actually go and download this, and I urge any Tomb Raider fans to go out there and download the demo and play it. I don't think I could run it, though. But this just looks amazing. Like this game, what is this game, 1998 or something like that? Like, Jesus Christ. Got the very signature red glasses, those rose-tinted glasses of Lara's. I did notice when he jumps in the water, she keeps her glasses on, which cracked me up. So, you know, it's still early days, but it is unbelievable what they've done so far. Maybe one day they will listen. I hope so, I really do. Because I say this about so many developers, but they're just, or publishers, they leave money on the table. And then they wonder why they can't, like, make profits or whatever. They'd rather swindle us instead of listening and seeing what we actually want. You know, it's very clear that we all want a Dead Space trilogy and then possibly a new Dead Space. But these games are fantastic, you know. The puzzles are still great. I bought all the old versions on Steam. And, yeah, that's all I can say about that. So not looking too good. But I want to play through them all. I mean, this is her 25th anniversary. She was one of the first and most badass kind of female protagonists. You know, obviously we had a lot others before that, but this was like the first 3D mascot, right? Yeah, good old days of shooting crows and random animals that would attack you. But those were the days, you know. I'll never forget the first one where you find this massive underground coliseum and you start fighting lions and gorillas and stuff. Fucking crazy. Alright. The twin pestles, very iconic. Alright, I don't want to spend too much time on that, but that's apparently what they're actually going... Look how well it looks there. It's only when you blow it up because it starts to look like crap. Twitter, fix your shit. Hey, Twitter world, fix your shit. Alright, back to the... Yeah, so we'll have... let's see, Just Cause Mobile. I didn't hear about anything really about that, but I mean, not really... Yeah, that's all I need to say about that. New Square Enix Montreal games, plural. I don't know what Square Enix Montreal are known for. I wonder if they're talking about Avalanche, maybe? No, Avalanche I think is Sweden. I've never heard of Square Enix Montreal. Montreal seems like a huge, awesome place for game development. That's great. Let's see, what are they known for? Sorry if I'm being... Maybe they're like IDOS or something. People forget those guys. Because I would love a new Deus Ex. And, yeah. Now, one of the rumors reported on by Kind of Funny, who also kind of do stuff like this, they, of course, had to use like a Soul Reaver. God damn. A Soul Reaver picture. Oh my god. I would do anything for them to bring back Soul Reaver in any capacity. Any capacity. Just some love. Just a mention of it would be great, you know? Just show us Azrael's eyes in the dark so we know they're working on it. Soul Reaver is now owned by Square Enix through Crystal Dynamics, who are working currently on Avengers. They're trying to pull Avengers out of obscurity. I don't think Avengers by any means is a bad game. It's just, I don't think that model is... I don't think it's worth it in the long run. I don't think so. This thing of creating... You know, it's a game as a service. That's what it is. And the whole idea behind the battle passes and all that. They're always chasing the trends. And you end up creating a bad game because of it. It has potential, but right now the mission structure is a little too samey. And yeah, I don't know. At this point, I would probably maybe start thinking ahead. Alright, what else? And then Balan Wonderworld. Unfortunately, this game is coming out the same day as Monster Hunter Rise, which is very foolish of them. But it's the new game from the Nights into Dreams creator. You know, Sonic Team. He went out on his own, left the Sonic Team. This is his first game. He did release a demo on pretty much a lot of the platforms. I played it on the Switch, and it's okay. It feels exactly like Nights did back then, which is probably not a good thing. You know, it feels like it was made in the 90s. But it's still got a great idea. It's still got that lovable, colorful art style. I mean, if you're missing that kind of game, that's the game for you for sure. So that's cool. So yeah, we talked about Outriders coming to the Game Pass day one. Really, really awesome. I don't think it's coming to PC Game Pass though, so there's going to be war over that, I would say. It's very foolish of them. But I think they're happy with how many people played the beta, or the demo on PC and not on console. So they're trying to grab that audience any way we can. Marvel Avengers, I mean, they just did Kate Bishop, right? Who's next? I'm not too sure. They're probably going to add someone new to it. Yeah, I don't know. They've been working on stuff for a while. It's about time they should do like a big splash. A couple of new heroes. One at a time. You know, it's not going to be enough. You can't be treating it like, you know, Apex, where they just fucking announce one new guy at a time. Tomb Raider, we talked about that. The new trilogy of the newer games, that's about it. But it'd be great to hear something about the old games as well. It's 25 years, for God's sake. I'm actually interested about this new Square Enix Montreal game. Hell yeah. Anyway, so that's the Square Enix Presents. We'll be talking more about that. If any rumors shuffle out, I'll let you guys know. That's March 18th. I probably won't stream that. We'll see. Maybe. See how I feel. Let's see. What next? Recently, there was reviews for Xbox's brand new wireless headset, which is about $100 if you're into this kind of stuff. Apparently, the reviews are doing fairly well. I still don't like the design of it, but yeah. Apparently, what you can do is you turn the ear sockets or ear, whatever they have, suction cups, and that will adjust your volume. So a lot of people have been saying that's really cool. It's really cool that you can like fine tune your volume this way and that way. It's pretty cool. With a new Dead Space Live, yeah, just cause I just have anything good to say about that. That game that's like Dead Space probably is... Yeah, exactly, OJJ, exactly. Callisto Protocol. It's made by the original creator of Dead Space, so I'm happy about that. The only thing that worries me is they've said it's like in the PUBG universe. But I wouldn't worry too much. That's still a while away, though. It easily 2 years from now. You like that background? I appreciate that. It's just something simple. I really just threw all this stuff together. I've been thinking about it like all night and I had a weird dream and I'm like, let's do this, you know? Let's fucking do this. It's something I wanted to do. Because what happens is we're playing a video game and all this news spills into the conversation anyway. So we'll do a bit more. Alright, we talked about Outriders coming to Game Pass. Perfect. Next up, Undertale. A game I never thought I'd hear from again, but here we go. Undertale is coming to the Game Pass March 16th. It's also going to have some brand new content just for Xbox. Because I think he's done that for each of the games. Let's see. In September. So who's reporting on this one? Oh, it's actually Xbox Wire themselves. Cool. So yeah, I mean, it's good. I didn't know it wasn't on Xbox, but there you go. The last of the platforms not to get it. Because I know it's on Switch. Undertale is still a great game, but the fandom around it was crazy. There's a great YouTube video about it. Basically about... the destruction of the creator. He can't go outside, he can't move, he can't have a presence online. So, yeah, it's just one of those kind of crazy stories with, you know, the bad side of success, basically. It's interesting. But yeah, we've seen that fandom firsthand. Very, very scary stuff, for sure. This is the first time I've ever seen a online game fandom go into the creepy side of things. But now you see it all the time, like, all the time. Every other game seems to have this going on. Dead by Daylight, you've got like teenagers, tiny little humans playing a game about killers and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, and you're supposed to grow up normal how? Good God. But yeah, it's nice that he's still adding stuff. After all, it's one person that created this game. It's pretty impressive. He did make up, it was kind of a pseudo-sequel, Deltarune, which is really cool. It's basically Undertale spelled differently. It's an anagram. An anagram. Alright, what else? A lot of Xbox news today. The Xbox do tend to do that. They splash out on a Monday and then they have nothing for the rest of the week. Alright, next up, I think we've all seen this already, but it's still really cool. This is the FPS boost that is coming to certain games. They've already tried it on a couple of games, including like Far Cry 4 and that. Now, what they've been saying is they can only do it on, you know, Xbox One games and things like that. I don't know if they can go back to like Xbox 360 or original Xbox. But what they're able to do is, with the power of the new consoles, is they've added as a feature, they're able to push the frames per second on all these old games, especially stuff like Fallout 4 and that, which badly need it. You know, it could barely hit 30 frames on the old Xbox consoles. That's really cool. The only caveat is it does say up to 60 frames. So I would say what they're doing is they're going back and just unlocking the frame rate and just letting the console do the hard work after that. It's still really cool. Speaking of which, out of nowhere, there was a new update for, this is going to Reddit now, boop. Let's see, right here. Right here! There's a new update for the Outer Worlds, 26 gigs, Jesus. But it's actually allowed it to be optimized for PS5 and Xbox Series X, which brings it up to 60 frames a second, which is really cool. For me, that's more important than photo mode, more important than 4K ray tracing up your arse. 60 frames is smooth as butter, and it makes a difference in shooters, it makes a difference in racing games, and it just feels really nice. It really does. It's different. There's a big difference there. But really cool thing about, I know these are all Bethesda games that they've done the FPS boost. We know recently they had the massive acquisition, Bethesda, for $7.5 billion. Good lord. Most of that's probably like in stocks and stuff. But it's really cool. They celebrated by putting 20 Bethesda games on the Game Pass for free, including classics like Morrowind and Oblivion, The First Prey. I think it's so cool. So fucking cool. Is L.A. Noire a good game? It is, yeah. It's a good bit slower though, and it's tough with the detective stuff. Don't know about anyone else, but the stream is constantly freezing. Is it? Oh shite. Is it doing that? I've had issues with Twitch lately too, where it won't let me bring, even if I bring it down the resolution. Anyone else having trouble? I seem to be okay. I'm not dropping any frames down below. But let me know if something's happening, because that is important. Try lowering the resolution. Sometimes, whatever it is about Twitch, I swear to God, you need to sort this out. But yeah, that's damn cool. Sorry, I know I'm kind of going off on one. I don't want to take up too much of your time. We are going to do some Remnant from the Ashes today, which I'm excited for. We're going to go to the final planet. Alright, next up, speaking of Ubisoft, we have a nice little update for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm still waiting for them to show the... I'm going to actually bring up my stream on mobile and see if I'm getting it too pyro. We haven't heard anything about the new DLC, the Irish DLC that I'm waiting on, if you would be so kind. But this is still nice. We just got the River Raid update, which added a lot more than I was expecting. This one, they're getting ready for an Easter festival in-game, along with close camera option, which is interesting. Very interesting. What? Like, what does that mean? Like, closer to... We can still do that in photo mode. And more importantly, I think everybody's waiting for it, is the transmog. Transmog was something that was in Odyssey, and it's really cool. Transmogrification. Basically what it does is it allows you to wear any set of armor you like, but still, like, basically just change the appearance of your armor while keeping your favorite set on. If you've got a favorite set with all the cool boosts and the bonuses and the ruin set, but you don't like the look of it, well, now you can mix and match. I did it a good bit in Odyssey, and it really is a lot of fun. You get to keep all the benefits and boosts you like, but change around the appearance with any other piece of armor you've got on. It's really cool. It'll allow you, like, I can see people making some incredible armor with that. So good for them. It's about time. Yeah, I think there's been so many bugs with the Ubisoft open world games that came out with the launch of the new consoles that they've basically been spending the last like 3 to 5 months doing bug fixes. The one that actually had the least bugs was Immortals Phoenix Rising, and nobody's bloody playing it. It's so good. It's such a good game. Oh yeah. The music I'm using is from a band called The Midnight. It's basically a new wave synthwave, new synthwave, whatever you want to call it. It's really cool. I've used them a lot before. They've also kind of been very kind to let streamers use their music for free. No nonsense. And so far, that's exactly what's been going on. So I'm grateful for that. It's one of my favorite music genres. Kind of takes you back to the 80s. So the ability to do that for free. Thank you to the Midnight. Thank you. Alright, next up. Basically, I'm going to go over the news of the week. We'll see. We will see. We got Doom. Doom Eternal is finally having its last piece of DLC. The much anticipated Ancient Gods Part 2. It's really cool. Is this not playing? There we go. Looks really cool. There's been these god statues in the game. You can tell there might be a giant like mech war going on or something. Doom Eternal is amazing. I'm really sure that's on the Game Pass. If you haven't played that yet, I don't know what's stopping you. It's fucking amazing. I haven't played any of the DLC yet. You know how I am with this kind of stuff. They're going to be revealing the full trailer on the 17th. I heard that they might be dropping it, the DLC then as well. That's why they're making such a big deal about it. You get a teaser for a teaser, and then a teaser for a trailer. But yeah, we'll see about that. We shall see. What have we got over here? Oh yeah, this was just tweeted out by Sakurai himself. So if any Smash fans out there, let's see how big this makes it. They're trying to grab the whole screen without grabbing personal information. It's tough. It's tough. It looks like he's going to be adding all of the Sonic characters, maybe, to Smash. I know Steve is there. You're like, what the fuck is Steve doing there? It's because it's Smash. Smash! So, yeah, we'll see about that. Sonic is having an event as well, so I'll show you what's going on. Yeah, I think Sega are doing a lot of stuff today. Hopefully it's okay. I've got it pulled up here, Pyro. It seems to be alright, but let me know. Let me know. Alright. Hell yeah. So, we'll see how things are going. Some games, or some, you know, anniversaries, they're trying their best. That's where kind of things like Fortnite and stuff come in, where they'll do collaborations to celebrate the anniversary, but they might not have a game ready. But I think, you know, it's time. There are rumblings of a new Sonic game, and with the Sonic movie being one of the most successful video game movies of all time, and they're already working on a sequel, I don't see why they can't get to work to, you know, profit and to this is the time, you know? This is the time to bring a new generation into Sonic games. Most people, the fans are very split, but most people want them to either like do bring back like Sonic Adventures, but they don't seem to like when the games mix 3D Sonic and 2D Sonic. I don't know why. I thought Sonic Generations was kind of cool, and Sonic Mania was one of the coolest fucking collections as well. So I don't know. It's a very, very split fan base for sure. I grew up as a Sega kid. I loved Sonic. I'm one of the weird guys who Sonic 3D was my favorite. You know, the little flickers. It was just so weird. It was like an isometric kind of game. I loved it. I also loved Sonic R, and obviously all the classic ones. And no, Sonic's a funny one. He'll never be as big as Mario ever again, but there was that one time in the 90s. Hopefully everything's alright. Nobody said anything about the freezing. Is everything okay? Freezer! Sometimes you open all these pages and that's what happens. Good old Google Chrome. You son of a bitch. Alright, so let's see. Last on the list, and I didn't pick too many things out today. I wanted to kind of just start this off. Everything good. Okay, I appreciate that. Last on the list. You know I love it. And hopefully it'll be coming back soon enough as well. Hell yes. Fall Guys Season 4 is finally fucking coming. Oh yes. Oh yes. Releasing March 22nd. So basically like a week from today. And it's all going to be set in the future. Set in 4041. Let's play the little trailer. Unfortunately, when I zoom in, the quality is very bad. Very bad. Oh, jeez, how many times I got to turn down the volume? Twitter! Stop it, Twitter! No, that quality is rubbish. Anyway, I'll play it in the little mini mode. Boop! But it looks really cool. It actually reminds me of what Crash Bandicoot did recently with Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. It looks insanely similar. But I'm excited. Upwards of like 7 new stages, crazy new costumes, the usual, the usual. Bernie has already commented on it. Lovely, lovely. Good man, Bernie. There was no freeze or anything. Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you, lads. Sorry about that, Pyro. It's all good. It's good to know because, you know, I tend to shut down Chrome before I stream, so it'll be interesting to know there's issue. Lovely, lovely. Yeah, I think that's like the end of that album as well. See, that'd be the perfect way to do it. The album is 42 minutes long. So right, if I make these 42 minutes long, that's fucking beautiful. Beautiful. Ah, yes. Just like that. Just like that, Bob. Yeah, so that's what I'll do, you know, if we have a light news day. And I probably won't do it the weekend. I know I say daily, and the weekend is daily as well. But you gotta understand that all of these game, you know, these game outlets and fucking publishers, they also clock off at the weekend as well. They usually rehash the same stories just to get that, you know, clickbait. Here's another thing as well, look. Fall Guys, they're gonna bring Fall Guys and Among Us together. It's about time. Apparently the costume for the Among Us Fall Guy is gonna have something special. I know he's doing the little Terminator thing. But I'm thinking maybe when you grab people, you'll make some noise or so. Who knows? That's really cool. Fall Guy was ejected. Yeah, so Fall Guys, it's definitely kind of, you know, it's one of those things that it dies out quick. But Season 3 did go on a little bit longer. But you can tell that they really worked their arse off for Season 4. So I'm happy. I'm happy. They're doing like competitions, and there's like the Fall Guy Crown League. I don't think I'd ever play it that much. I'd break a controller. I couldn't last that long. But still really cool. Some of they've shown off one of the new courses, and it looks insane. It looks like it's blending like so many together. Oh yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything we have to talk about here today. Let's see how things go. Like I said, if there's like a quiet news day, I'll just I'll bring up some topics I had planned for anyway. And that'll work out beautifully. Beautifully. I think this kind of works out pretty well, right? We're still talking about the news. It's not full-on like reaction content. I don't know if I want to get to that point. You know, I see a lot of the big developers and I'm like, damn, this has been 2 hours of you watching videos. You know, you get to this weird gray area between streaming and just like watching TV and movies with people. So that's, you know, I don't know how I feel about that. But I suppose when you're that fucking big, it don't matter what you do, you could fart on stream. Actually, there's probably already enough of an audience for that. For sure, for sure. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. Whatever it is, I think like in terms of big publishers announcing news, they usually wait till around, it's like lunchtime my time, so it's when, that must be the West Coast, right? That'd be when they get up, like 6 or 7. West Coast would be like 1 or 2 p.m. my time. I've noticed that, because I'm usually waiting for stuff, and I don't see any news. Swampy, how's it going, dude? How's it going? It's going good, it's going good. I appreciate the tweet, man, I appreciate that. I thought this would just be something fun, like, usually when I'm streaming, we all everybody comes in and we're talking about video games, and before you know it, we've been talking about them for like an hour, and everybody's listing out what they're excited for and things like that, and I love that. So I thought maybe this is something to do, you know? This would be cool. Before each stream, basically I just went over all the kind of news. I know it's probably early for a lot of you guys, so I'll work on that, you know? I'll see what time is best, but I just thought it'd be a bit of fun, you know? For like a brief little rehash. I'm pretty much done now, but brief, like I want to keep it to like a half an hour to an hour. That's the perfect sweet spot. And then if new news comes in, then sure luck, we'll talk about it the next day. But anyway, yeah, the news I went over was Dying Light 2. We're gonna get an update, maybe a new trailer on Wednesday. Paddy's there for some reason. That'll be fun. Basically, they've been saying that they announced it too early. Then on Thursday, the 18th, we're gonna have Square Enix Presents. We're going to have Life is Strange 3 there. We're going to hear something new maybe from the Tomb Raider guys, Crystal Dynamics, some new Avenger news, and possibly a new game from Square Enix Montreal. So that'll be cool. Then we talked about the Game Pass. You got Undertale coming to the Game Pass, and also Outriders is coming to the Game Pass April 1st, day 1 on console. Pretty impressive stuff. I think that's also from Square Enix, right? People Can Fly. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it is, definitely. So they'll probably announce that on Thursday as well. What else did we go over? The FPS boost coming to a lot of older but still awesome games. That's really cool on Xbox's side. That's awesome. I mean, if they have performance modes, you can still do that on PS5. But for some reason, some games don't have the update, which I don't know what they're waiting for. Daylight savings time. Yeah, that's messed up. We don't get that for another 2 weeks, I think. So for these 2 weeks, I'm like an hour closer to you, but then it's gone. It's all gone. Waiting for Microsoft to buy BioWare and Valve. Oh, wow. They'd never... Oh, I wish they'd never be able to buy Valve, but that'd be amazing. Valve, like, owns Steam. Oh, my God. It's the other way around. Like, Gabe Newell and Valve could buy Microsoft. Well, not Microsoft. They buy Xbox, fucking PlayStation, and Nintendo in his hand. He could do all that. He's worth fucking trillions, probably. Jesus. Yeah, the FPS boost is really cool. Yeah, for the old 360 games, I don't know if they're able to go back that far. Right now, they're only doing... let me see if I can bring it up. Boop. They're only doing these Xbox One games. They've also done a couple more. These are just the Bethesda ones they're announcing, but they've done like I think Arkham Knight might even be getting an Xbox Series X boost as well. We'll see. Gonna get used to Daylight 7s. Yeah, it's a devil when it steals it from you. It's nice when it gives it back. This is still cool though. I think what they're really doing is just updating the games to unlock the frame rate, and then letting the the Xbox Series X, the monster that it is, the most powerful console they say, let it do all the hard work, which is cool. What I like about the whole idea behind backwards compatibility, FPS boost, the Game Pass, everything, is that Xbox does not have to even like ring up the developer. They're just like, yeah, we've done all this for you. They do it all in the background. Obviously, you gotta, if there's licensing involved, you gotta mess with that. But it's still really cool that it doesn't cause any headache to the developer, especially indie developers who are probably like just trying to make ends meet, and for them to give them a new lease of life to their games is so cool. Because I don't know about you, like I'm not that much of a graphics whore, but when I hear about a game getting like updates, when I heard of Ori getting 4K 120, I was floored. I was absolutely floored. But still impressive as hell. These consoles are close and closer to how PCs work, where if you've a stronger PC, you can run it at a higher frame rate. It's as simple as that. And I'm okay with that, As much as you got the PC fanboys and the console fanboys at each other's throats, we're actually getting closer and closer together, but don't tell them that. At the end of the day, I just want to play the best games everywhere at the best resolution and best frame rate, right? I'm the kind of guy, I love frame rate over resolution, but if you're toting like 60 frames a second, but you're only coming in at 42 or 50 or something like that, it's not worth it. Just lock it at 30 at that point, because there's nothing more distracting than a massive lag in frame rate or even a freeze, It takes you out of the moment. It completely breaks the immersion. So, in that case, I don't think it's worth it. So yeah, Game Pass getting more and more games for sure. Just recently with those 20 Bethesda games as well. It's pretty damn impressive. There is a new update for Assassin's Creed Valhalla as well. I was talking about that. Basically, they're adding transmog, which lets you change the appearance of your armor while keeping the best armor you love, So if you want to mix and match, create your own little armor, that's the way to do it. It's also like close camera up, and then they're getting ready for the Easter event, which is that Ostara festival, which is just Easter, basically. Then Doom will be showing off a new trailer for Ancient Gods Part 2, which is cool. Doom Eternal, fucking awesome. Wasn't as big a fan as the platforming, but still kind of fun. Still fun. Still Doom all the way. One of the best soundtracks in video games, bar none. And then we talked about new Sonic news coming to Smash, probably. Yes. Woke up at 2:30 AM. Oh, you poor bastard. I play games, don't have the screen turn. I know, I don't know why Xbox is having so much issue with that. It's got to do with the VRR stuff, the variable refresh rate, and people's monitors and that, I think, or TVs or whatever, So they need to just do what PlayStation 5 is doing and just brute force past all that. Stop trying to like micromanage everything with the screen tear and just brute force it. That's what PS5's been doing, and it's working out. It's not going to work out for them too well, like, 5-6 years down the line when that will start to show its age a little bit. You can't brute force forever. But right now, it's showing up as the better console just because of that. Even though Xbox has way more of a ceiling, we're just not at that point yet. So it's a little bit frustrating, I can understand that for sure. I'm the kind of guy who turns off VSync a lot. I don't need anything like that on. But when you have that screen turn, I understand what you mean. They need to start getting on top of that. And then we talked about Fall Guys Season 4 coming out. which will be fun. Very fun. It's going for futuristic stuff, very Crash Bandicoot 4 style. I love it. Yeah, so that was basically what we're doing here today. I fucking enjoyed it. Thank you so much, guys. We're gonna play some games now. But this is something I wanted to do for a long while. I know we're basically just talking about, you know, the news and what other outlets are reporting on. But, I mean, at the end of the day, that's how we find out our news. That's how we talk about it. So, you know, why not? If I can keep it to, like, half an hour to an hour, perfect. Some days are going to be slower. Some days are going to be chock full of news. It's all gravy. All gravy. We can discuss lots of stuff. Undermine? I don't know. I don't know what that game is. Undertale, maybe? Undertale. One of those weird little games that took off back in like 2016 or something. Undermine, though, I think... I remember that being a different game, right? Another little indie game, was it? No. Yeah, something else I want to do. I just kind of rushed this together. I would like to go over the... Especially maybe on a Monday, it might be best, but... Like, you know, the games that are coming out this week, basically. So, like, new releases and that. So, I really did hammer this together. But, yeah, that's the plan. Obviously, I don't want to go over the same news every day, over and over again. We'll go mad. So, that's not the plan. I'll try not to double Dutch. Anyway. Screen tearing on the PS5. Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird, Swampy. I'm sorry to hear that, because I know you've got both. You want to see it in its best light. And it's frustrating as hell, because you probably feel at this point that your Xbox is like, is it fucking, you know, is it on your side or something? You hate to see that. I recently watched a video where a guy bought 13 broken PS5s. And out of the 13 that were broken, I think only one of them was actually broken. The others were, what happens is, people can't pay for their consoles. And they're basically repo men, you know, bailiffs come and take everything away, including that. And they can't resell it, you know. So they have to put it down as... default or whatever you want to call it. Broken, I suppose. So he ended up buying them. Still probably cost him a good bit, but that's crazy. I don't know if he's gonna give them away, but yeah. He paid $5.50 for each of them. Oh my god! I just watched that video. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, that's something I don't want to get into. I don't want to go into into reaction content necessary. You know, I don't want to watch videos. I think I was trying to do something like that with the Panda break, but then it just got out of control. Those Panda nannies came for me. Anyway, no worries. No, I would have done that anyway, so I'm going over it again. No worries, dude. Mixing two games. No, it is another. I see when you said it, I go, I remember that name from something. Yeah, it's just a simple little thing, nothing fancy. It's just how many times have we all kind of sat there and talked about so many games, and it lights me up. I love talking about games. So why not do this, you know? Nothing special, nothing fancy. I mean, the same thing, like if you guys have news or anything you want to bring up or talk about in terms of stuff, you're more than welcome. That's exactly what this is here for. Exactly. Hell yeah. Alright. I'm probably going to play some Remnant. Are you down to play some Remnant, Swamp, or Pyro? What time is good for you guys? Let me know. What time is good? So it feels like you probably go and get your dinner at like midnight my time, but then, oh yeah, Dead-Eyed 7 times ruins it, of course. But yeah, I want to get a good time for you guys. We're going to the new planet, one of the last couple of planets. Yeah, geez, $5.50. See, yeah, I think only one of them had like a defect with the disc or something. I wouldn't read his game. But most of them worked fine. Damn. Even if we'll see, if you bought them for that price, you'd want to make some kind of profit, right? Anyway, that's cool. Yeah, if you guys let me know what time is good for you, I can do that. God bless the midnight. Where would we be without epic sax? So yeah, when the Square Enix Presents thing happens, and the Dying Light stuff happens, we'll talk about that as well. Right. Can't tonight. Okay, no worries, man. Got to work at 3:30. Coming on 4 my time. Dinner's around 6:30. Okay. Just 6 hours ahead of me. I think so. Right now I'm probably 5 because of daylights. We don't get that for another 2 weeks. So it's 8 PM right now. 8:03 for me. So I would say it's probably like 3 PM for you. 3:03. That's alright, man. No worries. You know the invitation's always opened. And we're definitely going to go into the DLC if you're down as well. 303, yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. In about 2 weeks' time, we get our daylight savings time, and then it moves back. So for these brief 2 weeks, it happens in winter as well. These brief 2 weeks, I'm a little bit closer to you guys. But it confused the shit. I wish we'd do away with it. Because here's the thing. Why bother with daylight savings if we have to do it, move it back again in the winter? It just seems like an oxymoron just to save some light. So weird. Not a fan of these time swaps. No, me neither. I can't hear or see anything. Oh my god. What is going on today? The app must be dying. I'm sorry, dude. Let me double check my stuff. The app must be dead. Yeah, we beat the mob boss. Yeah. We got lucky. It's always the way. I feel so bad, though. It's whenever you dip out, I'm like, ah, no, that was the one. That was the one. But you know what the real reason is, though, Swamp? It's because they drop it back down to 2-player difficulty, so the boss probably loses about 5k health or something like that. So it's just enough to nip it in the bud. But I have been messing around offline. Basically, I upgraded the hunting rifle because I hear that actually is a decent weapon late game. And then the sniper rifle because I was being chewed out in chat. Gotta use that sniper rifle. So, look, we'll see. We'll see. The thing is, like, I appreciate everybody who comes through and helps with games. And I don't mind backseating to a point. I don't think that was backseating anyway. That was just little tips. But the issue is when you give advice when you're like level 200 and level 400 and we're barely scratching like 80, 90, you know. And then one of the mods we were being told to get is not actually there until the next planet. So what do you want me to do? Anyway, I cannot make water out of wine. I can only make piss out of wine, and no one wants that. Anyway, I'm thinking about it. How? Yeah. See, here's the thing. This is where I have Mortal Shell on Xbox, dude, and I don't have a Series X, so I'm totally sweating it. I would have loved to play the enhanced version. I think everybody should play Mortal Shell. It's so much fun. So much fun. The screenshots you take, Swamp, are something else. I appreciate those for real. Because ADJ was another one who does a lot. I like to call it virtual photography. There's a whole hashtag around it. But dude, you should put that in there as well. You should put them up there. They're absolutely gorgeous. You really do show off some games. And I know, like, fucking Twitter loves to compress stuff. So, can you imagine how beautiful those pictures are on Twitter? Like, what they're like on your screen. So, you keep that up, man. I love it. I love it. You make me want to play those games every time I see your photos. Even Assassin's Creed. I'm going to play Assassin's Creed right now. Hell yeah! Probably needs that little update, but I'll let it go. So yeah, seeing as you're busy and we're just kind of chilling, I'm going to play some Assassin's Creed. Because, as you called it, the never-ending game. The never-ending game. Ho, 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 ho. I thought I was getting close when I went over to Vineland. No. Nope. Nope. That's all good, though. It's still a beautiful game, but holy god, someone need to tell them to stop. Stop! Get some bacon. Alright, let's move over to Assassin's Creed. That was so much fun. Thank you guys for joining me for the first daily dose of gaming. I'm going to try and bring this back. I'll date it according to the day that it happens, and we'll just go from there. I probably won't do it the weekend. There's not a whole lot of news the weekend, and I don't necessarily tend to stream then. I actually am doing myself a disservice because most of the, people watching streams are at the weekend. But I like to try and take a moment for myself. Whew. Anyway. Fucking awesome. Cheers, guys.